This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate that.
Stop it. Stop it. Don't kill it. There we go. Were you the ones? I didn't see any money. Or am I supposed to go? Tiny common handle parts.
Giselle's stolen money. Everyone has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Well, to nobody's surprise. There you are, Giselle.
Promised you I'd make everything right, Mum.
Bottles soon be empty.
That simple.
I hope the turquoise turtle is still open.
It is.
You again? What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it. Did you find the money too?
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well, thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me.
I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine.
He was killed recently.
Yes, he was. Giselle was a friend of Enid Gillingham's son. Does that allow me to ask her for that? Yes.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Sorry, Giselle.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
So, investigation succeeded. There's a lot of blood around here. Is this blood in here? I don't think so.
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
Excuse me.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
Oh, so this is Hampton's asylum?
What can you tell me about the sad saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he is not always sad.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
A strong girl like her? She's dainty as can be.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No, I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the Wet Boot Boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Did they forget to make her bigger?
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
I'm looking for Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
Before we go to Hampton, then, what I want to do is I want to do this. It's over that way. I think I saw... So that's that. There's blood, as I was saying. There's blood all over the place. Yeah, this way. Ooh. It's just somebody. Oh, this is the trader. Oh, Enid. Enid is here.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
No answer given. Let me just proceed to steal from you. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna take a little bit. And also observe the details of your house. Opium. For the teeth, you see. Also money. For the teeth as well, for sure.
It's locked.
That bit is not. Unfinished letter. Rodney, I just heard what happened tonight. I ran to your house, but you were already gone, so now I'm writing this note. Is it true you killed him? I can't believe it. Why? What happened? I really need to talk to you now. Please find a way to contact me when you receive this letter, since I know you can be cautious, and to prove to you this is not a trap, let's use a code when we meet. I'll whistle my name, Jack, in Morse code, and you'll whistle yours, okay? This way you'll know it's really me. For now, it's a good thing you are hiding. The Wet Boot Boys are all over the neighborhood, claiming they will punish the men who murdered one of them. I'm sure we could make an arrangement to settle things once the heat dies down. I'm pretty sure he's already dead. Rodney is. Maybe. Rodney Grader. Does not look like he's dead. Has fled away after having killed a member of the Wet Boot Boys. That's him, up there. For sure. Nope, maybe? It's not him. Who could he be? I don't know.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. Well, I would never say that to him, of course.
Yeah, he's dead.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh, no. I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
Right, of course. So... yeah.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all?
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Jack takes good care of you, Miss Gillingham.
He does indeed. My Jack is the best son a mother could ask for.
Yeah, adding that to her brain would just mess her up. There's no benefit. She would feel grief right now. She may even not feel grief right now. She might be just confused. And but if she could feel grief for her son right now, and then tomorrow she wouldn't, and then she would recurringly remember, and just, yeah, it's better not to complicate things. From my personal experience, either way, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm looking for a Sean Hampton. Do you know where I might find him?
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does seem vaguely familiar, but alas, I cannot recall from where.
I found this watch. It was a gift from you to your boy, wasn't it? I think it should return to you now.
Oh, I remember. Yes, I recall the day I offered Jack this watch. Oh, it was such a beautiful day. Thank you, sir.
Trinkets and possessions help us remember our past. Promise me you'll not lose it.
I would never lose anything that belonged to Jack. Why don't you take this? Dr. Tippett's? Please, for your charity.
She gave me 50 shillings. Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Yeah.
I'll find you something.
I wonder who is going to take care of her. Oh, wait. Maybe the... what's her name? The lady that with a pink hat.
Come and have a gander.
She could be. I don't know. She doesn't have a job. She has the money. Yeah.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the Wet Boot Boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
Martin chose to be a lousy merchant instead of a gang member. He didn't choose the lousy bit.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood? Have you got any friends around these parts?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but she has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
Enid is sometimes confuses her son Jack and Martin Nightingale. And that is the other one.
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack! Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum. I heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy. Sometimes it can even be the best course of action.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
That's a really toxic attitude. I mean, if it works, but...
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
He's a caretaker for the poor, is he not?
Something like that, yes.
Sorry, I don't know where he is.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale.
Let's see. We have Vampire Factions and Skulls. Super expensive. Music box. I don't even know what that's for. We have normal things. And mostly junk. A brisk blood sample. Everything is super expensive. And he doesn't even pay nicely for my steaks. Oh my god, my pistol. This guy is ripping me off. Absolutely, he is ripping me off.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
You know what? I'll buy you.
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr.
I'll buy that. And this, maybe?
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy.
Let's see what that is. Music box is the quest item. My dear Jack, I write this letter as long as I have the strength and the will. Not that I have something to hide or to fear, except perhaps to forget what I want to tell you. I always knew you would become someone important, someone good and nice. I knew it since you were a child, when you preferred to read books rather than going to play outside. I knew it when you helped me carry groceries before you went to school and clean the house after you came back. I'm proud of you, my son. Not only because I am your mother, but also because you deal so well with everything around you. I'm sorry I have recently become such a burden to you. Never forget I love you. I hope you never forget you love me. In it. So she gave him this. And he's selling it.
See? If not, I'll find you something.
Enid feels guilty about her son Jack. Let me go back inside.
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course, of course.
I wonder if it matters that I confront her about it.
So, Dr. Tippets, what brings you back here? We haven't talked in quite some time.
She's never gonna get it right, is she?
Tell me, Enid, why do you feel guilty about your son?
I know I'm a burden to my Jack. I know my mind and my thoughts are drifting away. I'm so sorry. I can't help it.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not have to apologize for your condition.
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong, I swear it. What exactly are we talking about here?
That last line was just there to reinforce, just to make it clear that she immediately lost track of the conversation, but it was pretty obvious. Yeah.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
So Jack is dead. It's a screwed up situation.
If not,
Let me see if I can figure out which one it was. The thing about the skulls.
find you something.
I don't think... Yeah, I think I had the note already. That's probably what happened. And that's why it didn't even get marked as a new note. So, Giselle.
You again? What do you want?
Oh, I can't tell her anything about it.
Well, I'll leave you for now.
I can fix Miss Gillingham. Dang it, it's such a difficult name. Because she's got a headache.
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippets. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
Oh, I don't have it? For headaches? Oh, yeah.
I'll see you later. Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Because I didn't know what she had. There's gotta be... Yeah, there's a haven. Because I didn't know what she had. We never met her. We knew she was sick. And now I can fix her. So, headache. It's over here. It's the expensive one. Or not expensive, but higher level, basically.
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippett's.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Goodbye, Miss Gilligan.
And now she's all better. Let's see. About... So we... Wait, what? I was gonna say we have done all the side quests. Choose what to do about the Throgmorton person. There might be another thing. So, we... Oh my god. Oh yeah. This is for placing the posters, I would say. And this is probably for burning them. Let's burn them. I mean, how bad could it be? It's just burning papers. You can't really fault me for burning papers. Oh, Oh, you can't burn the papers over there. Anti-vampire poster. Without a dash, which is actually not correct. If it's going to be anti-vampire, you need to say anti-vampire. But either way, does that conclude the mission? And now I can go back to Ichabod Throgmorton. Unfortunately, I have no idea where he is. That is a bit of a problem. No, she should be here somewhere. There you are. Still looking at the body, huh?
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
You have courage, Mr. Throgmorton. Perhaps that is all one requires to face the demons.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You'll see. One day I'll find and kill one of these monstrosities with my own 2 hands.
And I failed. I don't get it. I don't think we're supposed to. It doesn't matter.
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Protector. And now I got a thing over here. Considered himself the protector of Sean Hampton's night shelter.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
And I guess that's that.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Throgmorton. Wait, there was another side quest. Not you. You. You're kind of far away. I'll get to you in a little. Before sleeping. That's all that matters.
What have we here?
It's me, don't worry. Excuse me, I'm gonna step on... I mean, you're not doing it.
This Seymour worries me. Perhaps Sean knows something about him.
Seymour. Yeah. He's a murderer. A bad person. Who kills people. Unlike me, who am a good person who kills people. Different, very different. Old newspaper. The bomb exploded just after dawn in front of the Dawson & Dawson munitions factory, the largest employer in the district. The detonation smashed the windows of all the factories in North Southwark, or whatever. It's a quote, "It's a miracle only 2 people died in the attack," end quote, confirmed Chief Superintendent Alexander Brighton. And that is a newspaper detail, yeah, but more importantly, that is in relation to...
It's locked, all right.
Tom Watts, I believe. Anyway, let's look around a little bit, because this place is full of treasure. I mean, there's blood here. Oh, that doesn't count. I mean, if the first thing we find is things to read, that's the biggest treasure. Things to read. Folded paper. Forgive me, God, for what I am about to confess. Sometimes I wish I never saved Dyson Delaney from... From drowning when he fell in the canal. There, I said it. Please forgive me, Lord, for I'm a sinner. Dyson may be the most frustrating case I have ever had to deal with since I opened my night shelter in the East End. For years, I have tried to understand why this man regularly makes me so irritated, and I think I recently found why. Dyson has stopped fighting, for good or forever. I've met so many heavy drinkers in my life, men and women, rich and poor, young and old. I've witnessed their fight with their demons, their past, their guilt, and their failures. Sometimes they can put a name on the inner evils of theirs. Sometimes they have never been able to identify the real cause of their despair. But in most cases, for these men and women, to drink is a way to keep fighting. Of course, it is a useless and destructive form of struggle, but at least this self-destruction means that something makes them suffer, and they still fight against this pain they feel so deep inside. Even a severe alcoholic like William Bishop keeps struggling with his addiction and asking for a salvation, for the light of Christ. And as long as they wish to see this light, there is a place for hope. Dyson Delaney has no hope left. He does not drink to smother his pain. No, I am now convinced he conscientiously drinks for the sadist joy of smothering all hope. I really don't know what is a worse sin, to deliberately cast away hope from your own heart, or complacently bask in self-destruction. No, self-destruction is good. No. Dyson, has been rescued by Sean Hampton. Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, self-destruction, bask in it. We need to talk to him a little later. Get all the money and all the loot. That's the destruction of somebody else. Oh, hi. It is Sean. We're not gonna talk to him right now. I need to steal all of his stuff. Look at that. It's a crucifix. And shillings. Unrelated. Potentially. And it's not locked. It didn't have anything in it. Why didn't it have anything?
It's locked.
All right. Oh, and there's dead people. Not dead people. Dying people. No, they're nice. They're good. And a burnt letter here. Miss Paxton, I recently heard that Hampton's shelter for months end, money or support of any kind, without a positive answer from you, I may be. My boys, capital B, always get what they accepted no for an answer. Keep on refusing to answer me and wet boot boys come, you and your sister. This is to Paxton. Lottie. Lottie has always refused to help the wet boot boys despite their threats. Yeah, that is a... I can see how you would come to that conclusion based on the burnt letter with the threats on the news, on the back. This guy's way too smart for me.